6. Oh, right now.
Good evening. It's the July 6, 2020 meeting of the Board of Selectmen to review the recommendations of the Economic Development Committee. I will turn the meeting over to, is it Dan or Jim that is handling this?
I will open the meeting for the Economic Development Subcommittee, and then I will defer to Mr. Cutler.
Excellent. So just a quick recap of why we're here. So, a few months back, the town sought a grant from the Attorney General's office to assist small businesses. The small business grant really only had a couple criteria. You had to be a small business here in Bellingham. Small business defined as just 50 employees or less and residing in Bellingham. We certified that through our business certificate program that we have with the town clerk's office. So we received 39 applications. The pot of money was only $30,000. So, it's better than nothing, certainly, but it is a small pot. So we did have to whittle that 39 down. So the process that we laid out with the Attorney General's office was that myself, Mary McKinnon from the CFO, and Dennis Frayne, town administrator, would give basically a first blush review of the applications, make sure, one, that they are eligible, and then two, really kind of refine or look at those applications for need. We looked at those applications for need in a couple different ways. One, evaluating their financial documents that they provided to us for their business strengths and the gap that they had for the months of February, March, April, June, or ending on June 1st. And then also looking at kind of the use. Some uses were hit harder than others during this time. So we focused in more of those uses that were really either shut down completely or really minimized their business activity. So with that, we whittled down the 39 to 15 businesses. We felt that those 15 businesses, would all merit an award or a grant. So we thought that $2,000 each would be a significant amount of money, enough amount of money that would assist these businesses during these tough times, and not take it down any further than that. That way we could assist, 15 businesses across Bellingham. So the recommendations that you were provided earlier are those 15 businesses that the staff had reviewed and recommended to the Economic Development Committee.
So having received that list, is it appropriate for the Board of Selectmen to vote on that?
So I would recommend, if the Economic Development Committee wanted to make just either a motion or just a recommendation to the Select Board here tonight, then the Select Board could take that action and make their own recommendation. That's essentially how we structure that with the AG.
Jim, I'll make a motion to approve the list.
I'll second that.
And do we have discussions? If I have something real quick.
Oops, sorry,
So,
you're a little muffled, Dan.
No.
Sorry.
I apologize. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Good. So just looking at the list, I know that there was, you said 39 businesses that applied for this grant. Knowing also that we actually applied for a CDBG TV grant for micro businesses, for businesses that have employees 5 and under. We are hopeful, I guess, Jim, that and Jim or Dennis can answer that we will get approved for that grant. It was a community development grant that we applied for with Franklin, Foxborough, Medfield, Norfolk, and Walpole, I believe.
Yep. Yeah. So I think we're we're pretty hopeful on that front. I know the state got more applications than they were expecting, but nevertheless, our team that was put together, I think, is pretty confident in our application. So we're hoping to hear in the next week or so, and we'll relay that out to those micro businesses as soon as possible.
So I just want to add, I think that was taken into consideration, and Jim, Dennis, and Mary, you can correct me if I'm wrong, that was kind of a consideration that was taken when you were making the recommendations based on there may be something more available to these businesses going forward. So I just wanted to touch on that.
So, Jim, may I ask a question? This is Don. I know it says Kayla, but it's really me. I don't know why it says Kayla. I'm using my computer. So, to follow up on what Dan said, if these businesses here that you've recommended, they're more than 5 employees for the most part, except I see a few of them. If we grant them this, what you've recommended, are they ineligible for the micro business grant, or are they still eligible for the micro business grant?
Yeah, it's a completely separate pot of
So they
funds.
would still be eligible. Okay, I just want to make sure, because the only reason I say is some people approached me and I recommended that this was a smaller amount that they wait.
Yeah.
And now I feel like I've given them a bad advice, and I really wish I hadn't done that because they would have been eligible for both. Was my misunderstanding. Okay. So, fair enough. That's the only question I had. And I guess I did look at the entire list, and so you did break it down. Was there any financial criteria to the to Jim and to Mary and to Dennis? Was it a loss in business? Was it a percentage of loss of business in case we're asked for the folks that that aren't recommended? What was the criteria?
Yeah, so the criteria was for them to show that they were impacted through the months of February to June 1st by COVID, and to show, yes, essentially a loss of revenue of some kind. And so most applicants provided us with both revenue from the previous year timeframe and this year's timeframe to show that, the apples to apples, that it's just significantly less.
Sure. Okay. That's it. I'm good.
All right. So any further discussion with regards to the Economic Development Subcommittee motion and second with the recommendation to go ahead and forward the recommendation from the team to the Board of Selectmen? Hearing none. All those in favor from the Economic Development Subcommittee, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? 0. Mr. Connor?
And for the select board, I'll entertain a motion to release the 30,000 per the Economic Development Subcommittee to the 15 businesses listed on the list provided.
So moved.
Have a
Second.
second? Kelly or Dan?
Second, I think Dan seconded.
Okay. Don and Dan, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed, none, 4-0, 1 abstention. All right, that'll take care of that piece. Under other business, just as a reminder to the select board, next week we will approve the executive session minutes dating back the last 2+ years. If you haven't looked at them, please stop by and see Hillary. We will go into executive session if approved by the board to review another town matter next week. And unless there is a reason not to, we will set up the Arcan meeting room for the select board, Dennis, Hillary, and other members as appropriate to meet there, but we will still hold a Zoom meeting so that members of the public can tune in beginning next Monday at 7 o'clock. Does anyone have any other business?
I'd just like to thank the Economic Development Committee and Dennis and Mary and Jim for working on this. I think it's great for the town. So thank you guys for your extra work in putting this together.
Ditto. Thank you. All
Our
right.
pleasure.
Having satisfied the agenda and other business, as noted, we will meet next week. It is a light agenda, so if you do have anything that you want to include, send it along to Hillary. Entertain a motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
So moved.
I
Second?
will also entertain a motion to adjourn the Economic Development Subcommittee.
I'll second that.
All those in
All right.
favor for both motions, say aye.
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 Opposed, none. That's it. Easy one, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Good job.
Good night.